What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an EP review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new EP from the band Midnight, entitled Shox Of Violence. This is released on Hells Headbangers Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Cleveland, Ohio, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very sleazy, aggressive, blasphemous hybrid of punk, black metal, and speed metal. Yeah. When I first heard about what Midnight was, I immediately fell in love with it. I love this band's approach to both metal and punk in their respective sounds. Listening to their 2011 debut, Satanic Royalty, only made me appreciate this band even more and more. The lyrics, the choruses, the riffs, the musicianship, just the total package release. I love that album a lot. It only made me want to discover what type of following Midnight has. Going back to their earlier EP, demo, and split releases, the hype for a band like this was justified in my opinion. And even their second full-length from 2014, No Mercy for Mayhem, I've grown to love that album a lot more in recent years, and it's just as amazing. Even seeing this band live was amazing too. This is one of those bands that, whether you're a fan of metal or punk, this has to be on your bucket list to see Midnight live. They light up the room, they steal the show, they make things absolutely nuts and insane. If you don't believe me, go ask my buddy Canyon about that when we saw them in Ohio for Hell's Headbangers Part 2. Literally tearing the house down. It was that much of a great experience to see them live. Now, when I found out that Midnight were going to be coming out with a new EP, I was on the edge of my seat with excitement, curious to see what was going to happen and how things were going to work out. Now here we are with Shox Of Violence. It's 4 tracks, and it's a relatively short EP, but if you're into Midnight, you'll have no problem falling in love with something like this. I honestly think that this is probably not only some of the best material I've heard Midnight do yet, but this is probably Midnight at its most primal and its most pissed off. That's the one feeling I got when I listened to the song Death Scream. But then when I listened to the next couple of tracks that were on this EP, you could tell that there's a certain vibe and feeling going for it. Of course, the word violence is in the title, so you can tell some shit's gonna get smashed and fucked up. And that's what you get here with this Shox Of Violence EP. Aggression in the music, aggression in the vocals and lyrics. This is just Midnight being pissed off. And I can definitely attribute that to the main guy behind this band, Athenar. He plays and does everything on this particular EP. He does the vocals, does guitar and bass work, and the drumming. And you can tell that this guy really takes this passion for this project seriously, and it definitely shows with the musicianship of this release. Songs like Death Scream and Ready for Destruction, just the guitar playing, the aggression, the riffs, and the solos. I love every aspect of the guitar performance being done on here. The bass work has a very good bottom end feel to it. This is mainly an EP that is mostly about the riffs. This is one of those all about the riff sort of releases, and you get plenty of that with Shox Of Violence. Really incredible guitar and bass work done here. The drum work on here is very awesome. I love the pace. I love the energy that's being done here. Not a dull moment goes by. Definitely something to bang your head to for every single song. It's just a breakneck sort of metal punk drum performance. I just love how everything sounds. It definitely feels right. And one thing to point out is that Joel Grind from Toxic Holocaust was pretty much behind the boards for a release like this. And I wouldn't have any kind of skepticism if you feel that there's going to be any skepticism going into this EP. I would fret not, because this definitely sounds like Midnight, a Midnight record. It really does sound good. It does bring out the best qualities in the music being done here. And as I mentioned, Midnight being pissed off, there's nothing going back to Athenar, his vocal work is as angry and as aggressive as ever. You get that little touch of reverb in his voice, but it really doesn't do justice to Athenar's vocal performance itself. It is just so awesome. I love his aggression. I love how angry he sounds. He sounds like he's ready to fight. He's ready to roll. And especially on the song Who Gives a Fuck, I love the lyrics of that song. I mean, the lyrics are straight up sleazy, in your face, midnight business as usual, but this one lyric on Who Gives a Fuck, I fucking love that. Slice your cock, mutilate your own flesh, rip your cunt, transvaginal mesh. So over the top, and that's what I enjoy the most about this, about the lyrics of this midnight release, is the fact that they're so over the top. Pretty much taking what you would have gotten on Satanic Royalty and No Mercy for Mayhem, but stepping things up just a little bit more. And it's so entertaining. I love the vocals. I love the lyrics done by Athenar. He really does a tremendous job here. So overall, if you're a Midnight fan, you're going to fall in love with Shox Of Violence. I think this is some of their best material yet, some of their angriest material yet, and it gives me hope as to what kind of future plans Midnight will have. I don't know if it'll be just Athenar, if he'll have cohorts with him. Either way, it'll be worth it in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link in the description box so you can get a hold of this release and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Midnight Ohio Bandcamp page where you can stream the track Death Scream, and you can pre-order it right now. The vinyl version is available right now to order through Hells Headbangers. Of course, this is released on one of these little maxi single sort of sleeves. You can see 4-track EP, the front cover, the back cover has Athenar. Really badass photo with the broken glass and the blood stuff, lyrics and credits, and I have the version that is on a gorgeous clear with red and black splatter. There was also a German flag variant, but I believe that's sold out, and I think there's also a standard black vinyl version available. The vinyl is out now. The CD version is up for pre-order. This will have the EP and a whole slew of cover songs and assorted other midnight tracks to sink your teeth into. And this band will be going on tour for the newest installment of the Decibel Magazine tour with Creator, Obituary, and Horrendous. Definitely make it in time to see Midnight. They are bound to steal the show every single night of that tour. So, again, the EP is Shox Of Violence by Midnight. This is released on Hells Headbangers Records. Go support this, and for a score, I'm going to give this a very, very strong 9 out of 10. This was quite a late bloomer to come out at the very tail end of 2016, but I still think any time of the year for a Midnight release is something worth paying attention to. So, if any of you guys happen to own this or have heard this, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Midnight, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, Armijo out.